Live.
Live. Hi there, Tackler. Welcome to Disney Deep Dive, where each week we dive into the history, stories, and details of the Disney parks, and sometimes we do fun trivia and tag questions.
True.
I'm Leah.
I'm Stefan.
And you can tell by the title of this video, but we are going to do some tag questions. But before we get into that, we want to say, hey, if you are watching live, comment, let us know where you're watching from, and you can play along with us. And if you're watching the replay, let us know where you are watching from as well. We'd love to hear where everyone is from, and we will respond to your comments. You might see us hop over to the live chat from time to time, but we read what they say because I do not like watching live videos, watching replays where they're just responding and you have no idea what's going on. Not my thing.
Yeah, that's annoying. Stop doing that.
Yeah, everyone, stop doing that. But, oh, hi, Gigi. All right. Hey, Gigi. Gigi is in the live chat. And before we talk tag questions, some big news came out this week, yesterday, or was it the day before? In the Disney space.
Which is new CEO.
Yeah, the CEO.
Mr. Bob Chapek.
Effective immediately, the CEO steps down.
Chapek.
And then the new CEO, though, it's really cool because he's a Michigan guy and he's a Spartan, Michigan State Spartans, which is my alma mater, and I'm obsessed, and we met in that city, so that's pretty cool.
Yep, pretty neat. Nice little connection there.
And another thing I read that I'm really excited about is every year for the homecoming parade, the football homecoming parade, there's a grand marshal, and this year he's going to be the grand marshal.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty neat. So, and I'm a little sad because it's already February, and I haven't, bought any kind of, reserved a hotel or anything for homecoming, so I don't know. I'm like, ooh, now I need to, text my friends and be like,
get on it.
Yeah, I know. I haven't gone in a couple of years. Several years now. Yeah, a few years. Effective immediately. Yes, he's actually, it did sound serious, Gigi, but he's actually just wanting to take on a more creative role.
Yeah,
in the company.
Bob
so
Iger's
he's not
moving towards more creative side. So he's still part of the company, but he's still involved. But it's when you're a CEO, it's more of just you don't get involved as much. You're managing the business, so it's a lot of meetings and a lot of serious stuff and okay, let's manage the overall things, and then the tree branches out below you. So there's a lot of things that you don't have control of. So I think he just wanted more creative control, which is what he said. So
yeah,
that's what he's part of.
I think that's really cool too, because it's hard to, relinquish that power and be all right, I'm stepping away from that title. But it did sound if you just glanced at the headline and saw that, it's ooh, some drama went down, but not at all. So
yeah.
Anyway, let us know if you have an opinion on that, if you have any thoughts. And yay for go green. I said go green.
Oh, go white.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that too.
All right, so I have on my cellular device here, which I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's a Mary Poppins case. It's super cute. This way, Leah. There we go. Yes, it did sound scandalous. Yeah. We have a Disney tag. 30 questions. We've seen some of the questions, not all of them.
I've seen none. So there's that.
You heard me talking about it.
I heard you talk about one.
You heard me. Were you listening? Okay. So I'm going to read the questions. We will both answer them. There's 30. We usually hang out here for an hour, so it should be great. If you are watching live with us, comment your answers to the questions. We can chat about that. If you're watching the replay, let us know too your answers to the questions. We would love to hear your opinions.
Do it.
Yes, and these are not trivia questions. These are tag opinion questions. So you can't be wrong. So that's great. Okay. I found this. I'm trying to see if I can find a website to give you. Tagquestions.net. And it is list of Disney tag questions. Here are some fun Disney tag questions for Disney lovers. Are you a Disney lover?
Yes.
Me too. And one more thing is that there are Pixar toys, Disney Pixar toys at McDonald's right now for Onward, which we're really excited about. We have 2. Can they see those? Probably not.
I'm
gonna grab them.
Where's the Overrated?
They're really cute. I got them yesterday with Haley, and we will try to collect them all.
We have a dragon character.
His name is Blazy, I think, and his little wings move. He's really cute. Yeah, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love him.
And we have a cool staff, which is the staff from the movie.
If you are McDonald's collectors, I think this is number 1, and I think he's number 2, and there's 9 of them. I think they get it. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
All right. Favorite Disney animal? Hey.
Animal.
Yeah. Hey from Moana. It's for me. It's Hey or, oh my gosh. I can't even say this now because Mulan.
Oh yeah, you picked mine. I was gonna go with Mushu.
Okay, you take Mushu. I'll take Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushu. I like Mushu. Eddie Murphy is awesome. I'm sad he's not going to be in the remake.
Me too.
Or the live action one, which, again, I get what they're doing, but come on, guys. Like, just at this point, I'm kind of like not into the live action remakes because, like, yeah, you want to make it like culturally appropriate, but you know, genies don't actually exist.
Yeah.
And Will Smith still played a genie.
It's funny.
And fairies don't actually exist, but the
little ears here.
They're sleeping. But there was still, you know, Helen Bonham Carter, whatever her name is, was still like the fairy godmother, and magic dragons don't exist, but you still have those. But now you're not gonna have Mushu because you're trying to be culturally like sensitive. Like, come on,
It's interesting you say that about the live actions because I had this thought. So when the Cinderella live action came out, it was my birthday weekend because a lot of times these movies come out in March. My birthday's in March. I'm a Pisces. Although I don't really relate to the Pisces that much, interestingly enough. Anyhow, we went and saw that. And I think that was like 2014. That was a long time ago now. And I loved it. It was very magical. It was wonderful. And it was exciting because it was the first time they were doing this live action thing, or at least the first time in a long time. And I was really excited. And then I really loved Beauty and the Beast. Haley and I went and saw that. That was wonderful. And then now they're like hit or miss for me. I enjoy them. I think it's fun. I will like this. I bet. Like, I think I'm going to like it. But I'm nervous because Mulan is a special one to me. So, like, I don't want to see it ruined. And I don't think there's any possible way it can top the animated one for me.
Like, the thing is that these not even realistic, because the like Chinese epics that we got with like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Hero, and all this stuff in like the like mid 2000s, like I liked that stuff at the time, but I watch it now and I'm like, oh, this is pretty boring. It's not that much fun, and I get it. They're like, well, this is what the Mulan story actually is, but you still kept all the magic in all of the other movies. Like, this is what we know, just give us that. I just want Mushu.
I agree. Yep. I mean, there probably already is a hashtag, but we should create a hashtag for, like, bring back Mushu. Yeah. I mean, it's too late for that, but...
Just, like, and if there's no Mushu, there's going to be no cricket either. So,
it
like,
would be fun. We should look up the date that it comes out. It would be really fun to come on live after we go see it. And we could do, like, a spoiler-free one, or we could just do one that's like, yo, don't watch this if you don't want to be spoiled. But let us know if you would like to see that, and let us know if you're excited about it. Yeah. Anyhow, that was a long tangent on question number 1. Question number 2 is favorite character.
Probably Kronk.
Oh yeah, he loves Emperor's New Groove.
From Emperor's New Groove.
I'm gonna hop to the comments too. So, Flounder is Gigi's favorite sidekick. Even though he's a scaredy cat, he's loyal. Yes, he's very loyal. I'm with Stefan. Put Mushu in. Yes, I wish.
Yes, agreed.
My favorite character is easy Sully all day, every day. I love Sully.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to go into a tangent. If you want to see me talk about Sully, just watch any number of our videos. Okay. Favorite classic. I'm assuming they mean classic, like Disney Renaissance type era movie or earlier.
I don't know. What would be probably Sleeping Beauty? Just because like I really like all the visuals, and I like all of like the the art style with it. And when we went to Comic-Con that one time, we saw that one guy who was the son of the
The
guy.
art director,
I
yeah.
wish we weren't as versed as we are now, so
No.
like I
Oh my
wouldn't know
gosh.
now who he was.
Yeah. Well,
But he
and
was the son of one of the men who worked on Sleeping Beauty and like did like Maleficent and stuff. Um, and we got to meet him, and that was really cool.
I
And
know.
see like, a lot of
Now,
the original art.
yeah, now I would have totally bought some stuff, taken pictures, all this stuff. And we liked Disney, you know that at the time. But I feel like now I'd be like, let me take a selfie, let me ask you a bunch of questions,
Yeah, we
let me
weren't as
do.
versed in like the history of it all. So at the
Mhm.
time we were like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like I don't remember his name or anything.
No, and I do remember him, answering some cool questions, and it was really neat at the time. So now I know I would just totally nerd out to that.
So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is, if you're talking classic Disney, Sleeping Beauty is absolutely my favorite for many of the reasons you said, plus Aurora is my favorite princess. But if you're talking our childhood movies, I'm gonna go with Little Mermaid, and that is because that's the one that I remember. I had Little Mermaid Barbie dolls, I had Little Mermaid flannel sheets, I had all the Little Mermaid stuff. My best friend at the time, super obsessed with Little Mermaid. That was very much my age bracket movie, so Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's see. Overall Princess Star Wars. Oh, Mary Poppins. Oh, question 3. Mary Poppins is an interesting answer. I love Mary Poppins. I was thinking animated, but I do love that movie, and so do our kids. That's a really good one, Gigi.
Yeah.
And oh, Ariel and Moana are your favorite characters. Those are great ones. You can't go wrong with them.
Oh.
We're big fans of Moana in this house. Okay, favorite hero. And they are looking for, I'm assuming, a male here just because the next one is favorite heroine. So, favorite hero?
Probably Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say out of all of them, like that's my like favorite one, like definitive hero.
I have an interesting one, and I mean I think it counts. And it's funny because there's no like you glimmer of them in the parks or really in the Disney stores or anything anymore. But Quasimodo, like from, do you remember Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Oh yeah.
I want to watch that again with the kids.
It's kind of terrifying.
It is very terrifying, and it's really hard for us. If you don't know, we have 3 children. We have our middle child has special needs. But I do think that it's like a pretty powerful movie. It's very dark, and
I don't mean like Quasimodo's terrifying. I mean like
no, the tree, yeah,
the like intense religious aspect is terrifying.
Yeah.
And like the guy, I don't remember what his name is, the bad guy with the big hat.
Yeah.
His intensity and
rhetoric
is like terrifying.
Not that long ago. I mean, we were kids and that was being pushed heavily. But I think if you're talking like, I mean, Hercules is a great one. That's another one that I love watching. Every time I watch it, I'm like, oh man, shoot, this is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, favorite heroine, Mulan. Boom, done.
Yeah, I guess because
she
like,
saved China.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, because you could say like, oh well, this person's a princess, this person's like a heroine. Yeah, Mulan.
Okay, I'm gonna hop back over to the live chat and see if you are watching live. Please comment. Let us know any answer these that you want, and let us know where you're watching from. We would love that. Spider-Man is not Marvel. He's Disney, so that well, Marvel's okay. Marvel is Disney.
Well, Spider-Man's still technically owned by Sony, so he's not 100% Disney. But yeah, I like
Ariel.
Spider-Man.
She saves Eric, and yes, that is very iconic. That is true.
Was it Frillo? Yeah, he's terrifying.
Ooh, favorite kiss. Favorite kiss moment.
Princess and the Frog, because she
Aww.
turns into a frog, so it like subverts your expectations, which I like.
Yeah. Let's see. We talked about this. I really like in Frozen that Anna kisses Kristoff.
Oh yeah.
That's good. I think that obviously Eric and Ariel. That's like a long-awaited, much anticipation kiss, obviously, because they have the whole kiss the girl scene and they don't kiss. Sleeping Beauty, of course, because she's woken up. There's a lot of good kisses. Disney does some good kisses.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite love song, Once Upon a Dream, which is from Sleeping Beauty. I know you. Maybe like Aladdin. Aladdin has a lot of good ones.
Well, what is the one in Aladdin? I don't know what the love song is.
Ooh, what about Entangled? Like when they're on the with the lanterns.
Oh, that's good. I do like Tangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to love songs very often, so I guess whatever one is Entangled I probably enjoy because I like everything Entangled, so...
Yeah. Well, you
I'll
know
go
what?
with that.
Tomorrow, so we do this thing on Fridays now where we have a date night in. If you have recipe ideas, totally unrelated to Disney, or maybe Disney-inspired recipes, that would be cool too from the parks, let us know because I have a Pinterest board and we've been saving ideas and it's really fun. We cook together and then we watch stuff. And if you have Disney Plus suggestions for movies, let us know that as well. The anti-love song is Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. Oh, that's
a
funny.
good one.
That is a good one. But yeah, we can listen to... I love listening to Disney songs when I shower, when I'm in the kitchen, all the time. Favorite original character? I mean, I wonder if they mean like Fab Five. Like, are we talking like...
Or like a character that isn't from a story, like a public domain story.
Oh, okay. Like a Disney
Snow White
original.
or something. Or...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Like not from a... Maybe? Okay.
I mean...
Mickey Mouse?
I'll go with Kronk again because...
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it's... The Emperor's New Groove is based on, you know, the Emperor's New... What? Robes or something? Emperor's New Clothes? Something like that.
Cloak?
But Kronk is definitely not in that, and I love him, and he's my favorite. So, yeah, I'll go with that.
If you have not seen those, both of those are incredible movies. Our kids love them. We love them. And they're great ones because if they're on, like, I can catch 10 minutes of it. It's hilarious. And then I go back doing, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Like, Emperor's New Groove is awesome, and Kronk's New Groove is, like, hilarious. So,
oh, that's a great one. Yes. Okay. Really awesome idea coming in the live chat. Gigi said Annette from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Confused by the question. Yeah, we are too, Gigi. We're right there with you. We weren't sure. It is not very specific. Favorite Pixar film? I have two. I love the original Toy Story. That is so much of my childhood and memories. And then, like, getting to have come full circle with the kids. And I love Toy Story. But I also love Monster University. I love that movie so much. So I'm going to go Toy Story, but Monster University is right there too.
I think Incredibles. I love the imagery from that film and like the style of it, and the story's really good, and it just delivers like from like beginning to end, and
the second one's amazing too. Like you can watch the first one and then the second one, and they're
the second one does the same thing. It's like, I mean, the style of it is kind of like, at that point it's kind of like tired, so you're like, okay, yeah, we get it, like it's like classic 50s style imagery, but it still looks good, and then the story delivers, so it overcomes like what would have been a downfall of it. So I really like that, and yeah, the first one just is really good overall. I could watch it like over and over, you know, 2, 3, 4 times a year. We
were the Incredibles for Halloween one year, which was so fun. And actually, I was horribly sick. Do you remember that? I was super, super sick.
It was freezing rain.
And it was freezing rain. So we just had we did the mask. Like we had the glues that Stefan and I had the masks on. But the kids were in the full costumes, which was perfect for our house because we have 2 little boys and a girl, so that was really fun.
Yeah, and everything lined up right.
So, yeah, it was great. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So in the live chat, Pixar, she says Inside Out, and you love The Incredibles. Yeah. So actually, maybe we'll watch that. We can watch Inside Out tomorrow. Yeah, because we were talking about how we've only seen that once, and it was it was years ago when it like first came out, and we were watching it on an old laptop. Like I feel like we need to watch it on the TV,
Yeah,
better quality.
We watched a bootleg of it off some random site. So it was right because it was right after it came out. It was like kind of dark, and
we are not condoning or suggesting or glamorizing any bootleg.
We're just saying we do it. So
speak for yourself.
I mean, we have Disney Plus now, so we watch it all regularly.
Yeah.
So whatever. But
if that's on YouTube, man, I'll watch it. Okay, let's see. Favorite prince. My favorite prince is Prince Philip. He slays a dragon. Love
him. Prince. Favorite
Oh,
prince.
I know who your favorite prince is.
Tell me. Oh, yeah. I do like Prince Movie. He's cool. I like him. I like all of his songs. He's trying to like get down to his roots, which is something that privileged people always try to do. And they're like, I don't like my rich, privileged life. I just want to get down and see what it's like to be a real person.
And then they're terrified.
Bro, being a real person is not fun. Like, it's difficult and it's hard. And you go back to what you were living because it's so much easier. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, and then they can have some perspective and help people and hopefully use
it's
their
like
power for good.
When I hear someone be like, I just want to quit my job as a whatever that makes me a lot of money and just be like, I want to be a farmer and go farm. It's like, bro, farming is hard. Like, you want to get up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and then deal with whatever that you have to deal with on your farm and then bust your butt and make like $28,000 a year. Come on, man. Like, you don't want to do that. I understand that you're not being fulfilled. Get a hobby. Like, just get a hobby, Prince Naveen. Like,
give this video a thumbs up. I think Stefan should have a rant podcast.
I'm just saying, maybe like you really seem to like to play that whatever it is, guitar, or was it a ukulele or something that he was playing when he was
Naveen.
in New Orleans? Yeah, like just like practice that. Get really good at that.
Well,
fulfill yourself with that.
He then ends up helping, and I really like that because Tiana, she gets her dream. Spoiler alert. And the restaurant, and then he ends up helping her, so he kind of backs her up, which is cool because he's working, doing like the grunt work as she's, the chef and the
yeah.
owner
I'm just
of the
saying that
restaurant.
people who are privileged their entire lives always think like there's some sort of like honor and like I'm gonna like be so fulfilled doing this thing, and it's like no, you won't. No, you will not, because you haven't done it, and the dream doesn't live up to the reality. So keep living your rich life. And then get a hobby. That's my advice. Do that.
Instead of Dear Abby, it's Dear Stefan. Okay. Gonna catch up with the live chat. Oh my gosh, we just lost all our... No, I'm kidding. Okay. Oh yeah, Eric is a great one too because he battles Ursula. Mm-hmm. I can see that. For favorite prince. Oh, someone would listen to your podcast. GG, so nice to you.
Ah, good.
Okay.
Good. Tune in.
Oh boy. Okay. Favorite princess? Princess Aurora.
Rapunzel.
Yeah. She's my second probably.
Yeah, I like her.
Okay. Favorite quote.
Quote?
There are many. I'm actually
Be the Robinsons. Keep moving forward. That's me. I like that one.
I think, okay, so mine's going to change constantly, and I know that's kind of annoying, but the one I'm going to go with now is from Frozen 2, and it's all one can do is the next right thing. Anna says that, and I like that because I'm constantly saying, if you don't know, I work in social media marketing, and because Stefan and I both work from home, I created a course all about boundary setting, and the link's in the bio if you want to look. But, no, the link's in the description box, but in all seriousness, I'm always talking about, okay, just one thing at a time, little by little, bit by bit. And I like that because when you start getting overwhelmed, if you look at things that way, it just breaks it down. And I really use that and it helps me. So that's kind of my favorite one.
And Gigi's favorite quote is me saying, keep your rich life and get a hobby. Which I think is sound advice.
It is, yeah, okay. If I were rich, I think that's, I wouldn't, if I were rich, I mean, I don't know because I'm not rich, but if I were rich, I don't think that I'd be like, yeah, remember when things were so much harder? But I think that it has to be like you're born into that to have that usually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Favorite sequel, Monster University.
Bronx New Groove.
All right, boom, that was easy. Okay. Favorite sidekick. I mean, we already talked about Mushu and Hey Hey.
Sidekick. Interesting. Yeah, I think it'd probably still be Mushu. As far as like sidekick goes, because there's a lot of movies where the character isn't like maybe the main character of the story, but the other like supporting characters aren't really sidekicks; they're supporting characters. But as far as sidekick, Mushu is a sidekick. I like Mushu.
I really like Sebastian. That's a good one. I don't think that's a favorite, but I really like Sebastian. I think he's hilarious. Oh, Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind. My family is small and broken, but still good. Yeah, still good. That's really good. I like that one too. Little Mermaid 2 and Kronk's New Groove. Pegasus is a good one, and Mushu.
Yeah, Gigi likes Pegasus. Which is a good one. And I don't remember a lot of. I mean, I know like the big scenes of Pegasus and Hercules and everything, but
little tiny Pegasus was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about baby Pegasus. That's good.
Okay, lost my spot now. Favorite song. I'm gonna have to go with
something from Mulan.
Yeah, well, I love Lion King. I think that is just you can't go wrong there in terms of like our childhood, very nostalgic. But in terms of what I would listen to now, Moana.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the songs.
Oh, my favorite song is Baby Mine. What am I even talking about? Baby Mine is my favorite, like has a huge attachment to me song from Dumbo. But if we're just jamming out to music, Moana.
Yeah, there's like when you listen to the soundtrack, it's like the first like 3 songs. I'm into. Yeah, there's like a lot of what are they called? I don't know. The first 3 songs of the soundtrack I really like. Whatever they're called. Look them up.
Okay. Favorite theme attraction. Okay, I guess we're now into some of the
favorite theme attraction.
Okay, now we're hopping apparently to the Disney parks now for a couple questions. I don't know why. I did not write these questions. Favorite theme park attraction. You love pirates. You love.
I guess Haunted Mansion. Which I always liked, like regardless, and like after doing all that research, I like even more because I know the history and everything involved. So, yeah, I'd say Haunted Mansion.
That's really, really hard to pick a favorite. I don't know. I really don't know. I like being in Fantasyland, but in terms of riding ride, I might go Pirates. I really liked researching that, and I have clear memories of that from being a kid. I don't know though.
Gigi says Indiana Jones.
Ooh, yeah, Gigi loves Indiana Jones, and she also says, "You're welcome" from Moana. Yeah, that's The Rock is amazing, so can't go wrong with that.
Indiana Jones is a good ride. It's like, I mean, we've never been on it, but all the POV videos I watched and everything, like it's really good. And I love Indiana Jones. Like the movies are fantastic, so they did a really good job with that ride. So yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Favorite theme park show? I'm going Lion King at Animal Kingdom. I remember seeing that as a kid, and then we got to see it with our kids, and we got to sit right in the very front. It's beautiful.
I don't know if this counts as a show, but at the Jedi Training Academy like stage, like there's a bunch of videos of Darth Vader doing like "Can't touch this" and stuff, and I don't like we didn't see that when we were there. I don't know if that's like a regular thing or if they just do it special, but I love that. It's so awesome. awesome. Like before even like they were like big into Star Wars, you know, before even the new sequels came out, those videos were online, like they were doing that sort of thing. So that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
Yeah. Gigi in the live chat said,
World of
you
Color.
have to go. It's my fave. And Star Tours. Yeah, we like Star Tours a lot. World of Color. Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Is that with birds?
I don't know.
Okay. Let us know, Gigi. I will check back in a second. Favorite villain. We both agreed on this last time after having. I mean, I love Maleficent. Ursula's really creepy, and her song is terrifying. Poor unfortunate souls. But Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Favorite villain song. Ooh. Oh man.
I'm gonna go Dr. Facilier again.
There's so many good ones.
I wish
though.
Genghis Khan had a song in Mulan.
A song.
It would kind of just like drag the character to a halt, but that would be good. Dr. Facilier. I love that song. That's so good.
Ooh, no, it's a water show. All the show scenes from almost all the Disney movies. Pirates is insane. Oh, that does sound really cool. At Disneyland? Gigi, when's the last time you were at Disneyland? We should go. Least favorite Pixar film?
Cars 2.
Yeah, I love Cars 1 and I love Cars 3. Not super into Cars 2. Another one that we talked about, and I feel bad saying it's my least favorite because I actually kind of enjoyed it and I'd watch it again, but it isn't one that I'd be like, ooh, let's watch this, is The Good Dinosaur. Like, I'd watch it, it was okay, but if I never saw it again, I wouldn't really be that upset about it.
Yeah, story-wise, it's kind of like, come on. Like, I don't know, it just... it takes place in this alternate reality where humans and dinosaurs exist, and it's so much of it is such a stretch. It's like, yeah, we all saw Land Before Time. We were all sad when Littlefoot's mom died. Like, we don't need to relive this in this new reality where dinosaurs exist with humans and
Land Before Time, like that, those were special. Like, so it's like,
well, 1 and 2 were special.
Yeah. Okay.
One like especially. 8. Like, I would watch that today and sob because holy cow, that's so rough. But
our kids haven't seen those.
I don't know if I want to show it to them. I don't know if I want to scar them with that kind of reality because holy cow, that was harsh. Like, it was just wow. What a... when you're... Because, like...
We were like 5. We were little when that was up.
Yeah, we were like 5 and 6. Like, I probably saw it when I was 6 or 7. Oh boy. Like, I wasn't approached with the concept of death at that point. Like, I hadn't had any pets die. Like, maybe fish, but they're fish. But then to be, like, hit with the concept of, like, your parents dying. Oh boy. That's hard. Mm-hmm. And then when it's like represented by dinosaurs, which I loved, and then it's like the dinosaurs' entire world was crumbling apart. Like, not only was it like Littlefoot's mom died, but Littlefoot's entire world where he lived was literally cracking apart from earthquakes and volcanoes, being chased by a giant serial killer T-Rex. Wow, that's a lot to take in as a child, and it scarred me for life and in ways that I don't even comprehend to this day. I don't know if I want to show that to my kids because it's really harsh, and it's not a thing that I think that they have to deal with just yet. So, what was the question?
I don't know how we got into a Land Before Time, because Land Before Time isn't even related to Disney.
It is. It's Don Bluth is involved, and he's super involved in Disney and stuff. So there are connections there.
Yeah, but it's not a Disney movie.
It's not a Disney movie, but I don't know how we got on that. But holy cow.
We're talking about sadness.
I don't know.
Just sadness.
Just sadness in general. Anyway, let's just move on from that.
Okay. Least favorite Pixar film, Good Dinosaur. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, Good Dinosaur. Yeah. So Good Dinosaur didn't need to repeat that. And also, they didn't do as good a job.
Get ready. Least favorite song. I like Disney songs. I mean, I'm sure there's some that I don't like, but I don't know. I don't have one that I'm like hate. And I'm not someone people are like, this is so annoying. I don't think that most stuff that kids like is that annoying. I enjoy kids stuff. I think it's fun and whatever. I don't know. I'm not like super annoyed or angry about
Yeah, I can't
those
think of a
things.
song that
If
I'm
you have
like,
one, let
that's
us know.
bad.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure there's some that I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want it repeated. But okay, movie that makes you cry. Almost all of them. So many of them, but in good ways, you know.
I don't know. It depends. I guess like
Oh, one scene is Toy Story 2, the whole Jessie thing. That and even that song, if I hear the
yeah,
musical
that's
notes
pretty
to that
hard.
song, that's really hard. The scene in Ariel when King Triton is like just how much I'm gonna miss her at the very end when he's in the water. That's gets me. Of course, I don't know,
Oh
Bambi,
no, the end of Toy Story
Proxima.
3.
Oh yeah.
The end of Toy Story 3 is just oh god, it's so hard. Like and that's the thing. Like that was my big like with Toy Story 4 was like at the end it was like I'm happy for him. Like it's good.
But
It's
I
like
think we need
it's
more
a
for
positive
Buzz.
note. Yeah. Buzz didn't. I don't think Buzz got his fill in that. Like they could
Mm-hmm.
do another Toy Story movie, and I would be okay with that if it was focused on Buzz, because I don't think he got his like full like
Well, they
I
kept
don't
making
know.
him stupid too, and he wasn't stupid. Like that,
Yeah,
it's a
the
funny
whole
joke,
the whole like
but
inner voice thing where he's like, "Oh, your inner voice, what's that?" It's like, what? Why is he dumb all of a sudden? Like,
mm-hmm.
it's like those buttons have always been there, and suddenly he's like, "Oh, I have an inner voice." And I like the joke; it was funny, but as far as the character goes, it's like he's not
Well, then
like
yeah,
he started off as a dumb character who thought he was a real space person, and then
Space
realized
Ranger.
Space Ranger, and then realized that he was a toy, and then came to grips with that. Like I just felt like that movie did a lot to undo his character development from the first movie, where
Yeah,
he was like
yeah, that's
in turn like he understood the world he lived in, and then in that one he's like, oh, what's this inner voice? Oh, I'm gonna listen to this, and the joke paid off. It was good, but it also didn't like tie in with the character,
well, it
so I didn't
was
like it.
so much about Woody, which I loved. I mean, that was amazing, and I love Tom Hanks, but to me, like, I'm Team Buzz all the way, and I love. I mean, I adore Tim Allen. He was like growing up, like he
Mm-hmm.
was like my TV dad or something, and I would absolutely like. I don't care. Make all the money you want, Disney. Make a Toy Story 5. I will be on board. Go for it.
But the end of Toy Story 3, I think like no matter like how hard I try to not, like I'm always gonna like roll a tear.
Oh,
It's so sad.
yeah. Aw. In the chat, when Nemo. Oh, yeah. Was out of the tank and was scared. Yeah, that's. I didn't even think about Nemo and Dory. Those both have some really touching things. Inner voice was
Oh, but
hilarious.
when they were about to burn in the furnace, yeah, no, that just made me like face up to my like own mortality and terrified me. Like I specifically remember seeing that scene for the first time because it was Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving. Yeah, we were at your
and we were
aunt's house.
watching Toy Story 3 in the basement at my aunt's house, which is
Mhm.
something we used to do. We don't really do it anymore, but we used to have Thanksgiving at
Thanksgiving.
her house, and we would always watch whatever like the newest couple of movies were. And actually, this happened twice at their house because one year we watched 28 Days Later.
Was I there for that? Was that pre me?
I That might have been pre you, but we watched
Do you
28
like
Days
the
Later.
pre me? That would have been circa
Actually, it definitely
2000.
would have been, yeah, because that was like a 2004 film, so it would have been like 2006 or
Yeah, because
7.
I wasn't there till 2009.
But we watched 28 Days Later, which was when like the zombie thing was first kicking off, and I was like, I came to terms with my own mortality. It was like, oh my gosh, and like freaked out watching that movie. And then again, watching Toy Story 3 because they all just kind of like stare into it and go, well, we're gonna die. And all hold each other's hands, and it was like, holy cow, this is intense. And then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, they get saved, but Wow, that stuck with me.
Yeah, watching it babysitting, and I'm like, what is this? Why is Disney doing this? Exactly,
Oh my gosh,
so
yes.
intense. That's exactly what it
You're
is.
babysitting, and the kids have questions, and you're like, well, kids,
Let's wait
one
till
day
Mom and
we
Dad
all
get home.
die, and you just have to accept it. Wow.
Hopefully
That's
you got
too
paid
much.
good money and just extra for that. Movie that makes you laugh.
Emperor's New Groove. Every time. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it.
Yeah, I don't want to steal that from you. I know I can think of my own good one that makes me laugh. I think
Crocs New Groove. Heck yeah, GG.
you're funny. Oh, Lilo and Stitch, and that, yeah, all of those movies. I love watching with the kids. Those always make me laugh. But that's not like the funniest. I don't know. What else?
I don't know. Emperor's New Groove gets me every time, so that's where
I'm
I'm at.
I'm like drawing a blank. I mean, many of them make me cry. Okay. I'm not doing as well. You're like killing these answers. Okay.
It wasn't make you cry, make you laugh. Oh, yeah, it was making you laugh.
Yeah. Okay, overrated movie.
Overrated?
Overrated.
Man, I don't know. What's overrated?
I know one that makes me laugh. Goofy movie.
Oh, heck yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
What's
Cinderella. Ooh, the shade.
Like, I'm not gonna name any of the originals
too.
because, like, in the context of what they were when they came out, it's like you have to
They were
respect
incredible.
it. Like, I'm not gonna say like I love watching Cinderella or I love watching Snow White, but like I can understand what they were when they happened, and even to this day, like the animation's really good. So they laid the groundwork for everything we have now. Overrated. What is overrated? I'm sure there's one. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! What would it be? And I feel like if anything's gonna be overrated, it's gonna be a Pixar film because those are ones where they just once you start standing on the shoulders of everyone who came behind
There's
you.
some that like I don't care about, like, but I don't know if that means that they're like overrated necessarily. There's some that I'm like meh, like Pinocchio, meh. I mean, like
Yeah. I don't know if Pinocchio gets so much love though. Like it's one of the ones that are there, but people are just kind of like.
What about Fantasia? I mean, that has like a lot of great music and stuff. But I remember as a kid being like, I mean, I like the scene with Sorcerer Mickey, but besides that, as a kid, I was like, this is boring. What is that?
That's a really good one actually, because I remember when Fantasia like was re-released.
Yeah.
Because Fantasia couldn't be released in theaters when it was originally made, and then they had to like release it in their own theaters and stuff.
We had it on VHS. I remember every time we would watch it, I'd be like, well, when Sorcerer Mickey's here, it's cool, and there's like one or two other fun scenes, but the rest of it is boring.
Yeah, but I remember when it was re-released like nationwide in theaters, and it was like, Fantasia, finally, everyone come and enjoyed it. It's so amazing and mind-blowing. And I remember seeing it and being like, okay, like I definitely wasn't at the age where I could understand like classical music and like how that like syncs up with animation and everything, but like I haven't seen it recently, I would say, but I saw it like as like an adult, and I was like, all right, whatever. Like it's like they'd already laid the groundwork for this animation, and like I don't know, there's just nothing that is so mind blowing about it where I'm like, this is so great.
I feel like it's one of those ones
by it.
Where you know how people get, and in the comments, I'm putting on my sunglasses for that comment about Cinderella. Yes, well, I'm putting on my sunglasses right now because
deal with it.
okay, you know how there's always people who like if you don't like some obscure band or obscure thing, they're like, oh, well, you're just not as smart as me, or I don't watch smart enough TV because I like to watch The Bachelor, or whatever it is. That drives me crazy. Like, you like what you like. That's totally fine. But, like, I'm not less than you or less smart than you because, like, I enjoy watching Disney kid movies, what. And I feel like that's one of those ones where it's like, oh, well, you don't like sitting watching this boring paint dry? Not really.
Yeah, I feel like within like the Disney community, the Fantasia fans would be the ones who are like the hipsters, who are like,
where are Fantasia fans at? Let us go.
Get it? It's like, yeah, no, it's kind of friggin' boring.
We should do that. That little thing where you do the voiceover, like, I want to thank my haters.
Yeah.
Okay. Saddest death, Mufasa. That scene literally scarred me for life. I was in the theaters with my best friend, another friend, and my best friend's at the time's mom. So I was the only kid not next to her. And so I felt like, all by myself.
I need an adult.
Yes, well, and I was young when that movie was in theaters. I mean, I think I was like 6 or maybe 7.
I didn't see it in theaters.
And yes, and I remember being so excited, like it was a big deal, seeing all the previews and the trailers, and then being like, ah! And I did not watch that for years. I'm telling you, years after that. Let them know, Leah. Yes, I did.
Yeah, Mufasa is the saddest. That's James Earl Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch the live action one is on Disney Plus now. I don't want to watch it because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that in a different medium. Like, are you kidding me? I already saw it in animated form. I want to see it in computer generated form.
Which actually, we have not watched the that or with the kids, but I want to screen it first before the kids see it.
Yeah.
A song that always gets stuck in your head. Whatever song, probably "You're Welcome's" a good one. That gets stuck in my head when we're listening to that.
Yeah, that one does, and so does You Never Had a Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Yeah, that over and over again. It's just,
guess what I'm singing.
That's the exact line that gets stuck in my head. Or I'll start doing with my hands around like, God dang it. Come on.
All right, I'm hopping over to the live chat for the comments. I had to take my students on a field trip. You had to. Oh my gosh, were they scared?
To see live action Lion King? Oh my
God. That's so fun though. There are not enough movie field trips. I think that is so fun for kids, especially because a lot of kids, like, it's expensive to go to the movies. Kids don't go a lot. Like, I mean, even us, like, our kids have seen plenty of movies in the theaters, but it's not like we go every time there's a kid movie out because it's expensive. So we pick and choose, and I know there's some kids who don't get to go at all. So I think that's amazing.
I saw a lot of movies at the theater when I was a kid. Like, for school.
Oh, for school?
Yeah. Like, we saw Mighty Joe Young. We saw, what's that movie with the parrot that talks to the little girl with the curly hair? What? Polly?
Oh, I thought you were a Disney movie.
No, but we saw that one.
Pollyanna?
It was Polly. I think the bird was Polly. Maybe the little girl was. Who knows?
No, Pollyanna is like an old movie.
No, there's a parrot that talks to a little girl with curly hair, and it was called Polly. I think we saw that one. And then some Civil War movie. I don't know.
Our youngest got to see. I went with his class, his preschool class, to see The New Grinch, which is my favorite of the 3 Grinches. It is so good. But the other 2 haven't. But I know that there's 2 main elementary schools where we live, and the other elementary school does do a field trip. But I think it's just how PTO spends money. Anyway, besides the point. Okay. The killing scenes, Scar's solo and Scar's death had little girls terrified. Yeah.
I bet.
Heck yeah. Oh, I can't even picture, like, our youngest especially. He loves animals. He would be really upset. Okay. First movie you saw. The first movie that I saw in theaters, I think, my mom and I talked about this. We think that it was possibly Little Mermaid, which that would track about right because I would have been probably 2 or 3. So possibly, and I don't know about first one I just saw. The first one I remember seeing in theaters though might have been Lion King. The first one I have memories of seeing.
In theater, just
It
seeing
just says first movie
first
you
one
saw, but I'm not sure. I mean, I saw a ton of those movies, and we were betas in
Yeah,
the
I don't
Disney
know.
Renaissance, so we're 90s
It was
kids.
either like it was either Snow White, Bambi, or Peter Pan. Because I saw all three of those. I remember as like a small child. Like where like some of my earliest memories are like I definitely knew that those things existed and saw them. It might have been Bambi, which is terrifying because I'm sure it scarred me for life
Oh,
because I
that's
hated it. Like I still won't watch
mm,
that movie because I'm like, I know I hate it. It's horrible. No, so it might have been Bambi because like seeing it at such a young age where I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't need to see this. Why is this happening?
mm-hmm.
Why is this small deer an orphan? So it might have been that. I don't know. Like I have this
Yeah.
very distinct memory of like sitting in a truck, like my dad's truck while it was raining. Like he worked at the like in the oil field at the time, so like I remember being like on like a job site, sitting in a truck, looking at a VHS copy of Bambi, and being like, "We're gonna watch this," and it was raining out.
They probably like rented it for you. It was like a exciting thing to
Yeah, I
do.
think it was like I went out to like rent that or something like, and then he had to go to like do a job, and then like concurrently feeling the feelings of terror and horror with that memory. So like I think maybe it was Bambi. I
And
don't
we
know.
also, so we live in the Midwest, and it is very, neither of us are hunters, but hunting and hunting deer is like a big cultural thing here.
Hmm.
So it's very interesting that
Which I never bought into,
that.
and I always hated it forever and ever, and maybe that has something to do with it. But I,
Your dad would have had a hunting buddy for life had he not rented Bambi back
I,
in
I
'89 or
remember always
whatever.
hating it. And I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it
Oh
because
my
yeah,
god.
I definitely saw it as a young child.
You want water?
No.
First movie I remember vividly seeing in theaters is Lion King. Yes. I will call my mom and text you. I'm curious. Yeah. My mom, if she actually, she could be watching. Hey, Mom, Saul, if you're watching. But I think I'm going Little Mermaid. Grew up
In
with
theaters, I
Ariel,
saw
same
Aladdin.
year as the movie. Yeah, you were, yeah, because you're a couple years younger. Theaters, I didn't see Aladdin in theaters, but I do remember really liking Aladdin. Saddest scene from your favorite movie? Wait, from your favorite movie? Uh,
Mufasa.
Well, so no,
Well,
no, that
no,
says
favorite
favorite movie,
movie.
not first movie you saw. So not,
I
this is
don't
this.
know.
Whoever wrote this is just jumping all over the place. Saddest, although we jump all over the place answering too. So my favorite movie I said was Toy Story. Saddest scene from Toy